what you want? We've been waiting for a long time to talk about family, finances, and your future. You're rocking with your host, Dondreá Brown. Count the cost. Let's go.
Hey y'all, it's Dondreá Brown back with the Count the Cost podcast. I'm beyond excited to have my guy on. I'll allow him to introduce himself, but before we do that, please subscribe to our channel. Go to our YouTube channel, go into the comments, check us out on Facebook, all of our platforms, because again, we're continuously trying to grow this channel. But also, if you want to come and join the podcast, just let me know and I'll shoot you a form that you can complete, because we want to hear your story, your advice, any challenges you've gone through, because that could be inspiration to someone else. But the Count the Cost podcast is sponsored by Young Money Finance. That's a local nonprofit in Grand Rapids, Michigan, providing youth financial literacy. If you're interested in learning more about them, go to www.ymfgr.org. Again, www.ymfgr.org. But let's shift it back to my guy. Woo! Hey, I'm gonna allow you to introduce yourself, and I'm gonna talk about like how we met and then our current collaborations and what we do.
Okay. Hey, so I am Travis, and I own Life Addict Studio as well as a videography business. I've been doing fitness for over 11 years as of March, and then I've been doing videography for over 5 years.
So Travis is super dope. When I first met him, I think I seen him at church. Mm-hmm. And then after church, so shout out to the Rev. Yeah. I know people still shout it out. That was a space, like my first church coming to Grand Rapids, where I was like, I don't know where to go. I come from a Baptist background. My dad's a pastor. I went to the Rev. I said,
your dad a pastor too?
Yeah. Oh, see,
that's crazy.
So,
yep.
Okay, so we go. Okay, all right.
Yep, Baptist background too.
Yeah. So I go into the Rev. I'm like, this ain't what I'm used to. But at the same time, I seen some really dope men in there that you can tell like they was growing, they was learning, they were practicing what was being taught in the space. And from since then, like we've had this natural connection. Other connection points was Travis was very vital in our We Matter Now conference. We talked about different areas of wellness and fitness. He came in, and I think he helped our young men not just build like their physical wellness and fitness, but their mental. So there's a lot of kids that didn't want to do nothing. He walked over to them like, hey, you got to, focus on your mental. This is more mental than physical. So I definitely appreciate you doing that. But he's also partnered with our organization on many different levels, whether it was videography, creating some T-shirts.
T-shirts, yep. Yeah.
Hey, he came through with the T-shirts. They were individually packaged. Like, that's what I'm saying, Travis. Like you, top tier. But anywho, I'm thankful to have you today, because I've always wanted to get you in here, because I think you do something that's needed in our community, but the way you do it is beyond needed in our community. So let's jump in. Oh, and here's another change to what we're doing now. I've been taking in more questions from our audience about questions that we should ask. So I want to get through some of those questions first, and then we'll dive a little deeper. But first, can you tell us like a little bit about your fitness journey? What got you into the fitness journey?
Oh, man. So really, realistically, it started actually when I was in high school. I dealt with some things that I seen in my family. Once I moved up here in 2006, dealing with bosses that I still had my Saginaw mindset. So
you from Sag?
Yeah, I'm from Saginaw.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't know how to control my anger. So if they said something crazy or lied on me, like instantly I got into a defensive mode. And then I learned early that wasn't going to allow me to keep a job. And at that time I was working at a school. So I started thinking like, man, what I'm showing or representing to the kids, even though it's just me and this adult, what if that one boy see me? And then now what they're going to think about me. So I started.
Now, did you ever envision yourself like choking somebody?
Oh yeah.
That's me.
It got bad to the point one time where I punched a hole in the wall and I had to fix it.
Hold on, at the school?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, we about to start this.
I did.
Let me make sure I ask the right questions.
I did. Yeah.
Wow. But you said you had to fix it?
I fixed. I mean, I knew how to fix it, but just listen.
Breaking news, y'all. Hey, Travis,
I'm just being honest, because this is something that a lot of people don't know about me.
Yeah.
And from that day on, I knew I had to do something different.
Right.
Because I couldn't allow somebody to get me that upset.
Yeah.
that I do something stupid. So literally when stuff would happen, I'll go work out, man. Sometimes I would black out in the gym for like 2 to 3 hours. And then the next day I'm toe up because my body is just messed up.
Wow.
But that's what started. So for me, it started as a mental health thing. It wasn't even about because I wanted muscles or I wanted to feel good. I just wanted to make sure I ain't hurt nobody.
Wow. So I don't know where we go from there, but I do no, because I'm like on many levels, like I get it. I remember growing up, I was so angry that I would black out and do stuff. But the crazy part, like my outlet wasn't working out. I don't even know. Like there are many times, like I don't know if it was presented as like you had options to release that type of anger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you're saying that stuff, I'm like, that's why I actually like do remember choking people because I used to be like, man, I always felt like people were trying to test me. I grew up not knowing my real father. So my foster dad is a pastor. So I held a lot in. And it was a time where I remember somebody said something triggering a teacher. He was basically like, well, in this classroom, I'm your dad. I'm like, oh, no, my dad, I'm about to. It was a computer lab. I tore that computer lab up. I'm smacking computers and all this other stuff. Triggers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So like you said, it's like as a man or a young man, you also don't want other boys to see that and accept that as like, that's okay.
Yeah.
So that's super dope that, again, you started to launch in that. So.
And then I will add, too, real quick. That's another reason why I played football. In football, I looked at everybody as what happened in my past. So I was literally trying to knock helmets off. Even when one of my coaches left and went to another team, I always tried to tackle somebody right in front of him and I'll just stare him down. Like that's when I say like the thought processes that used to go through my head, even from high school, like it was bad. And I did not have at that time any male figure that could show me, hey, this is how you could do this. Like, yes, you're dealing with that, but this is the outlet that you can take.
So you seen the water boy?
Oh,
so
yeah.
he was like the water.
Yeah.
He was like, what position did you play?
I played a lot because we had a bad team.
He said,
Listen,
now that
I was a
good.
wide receiver my main position was wide receiver. I did running back. I did quarterback for a minute. I was a free safety. I was a linebacker. I was the kicker as well. That's how bad our team was.
Your response was perfect. What do you play? I played a lot.
Bro, listen. One year they put all the fast people on the line because we need to be faster on the line than the other team. Yep.
So your talents has been used in many different ways, but the dope thing is, again, it sounded like it was channeling and bubbling up to what I think, and you may attest to this, is like your purpose now, right? So what got you from beginning, working out, from mental health to business? Tell us about that journey.
So really it just started because some people started seeing what I was doing. And, hey, can you train me? Oh, yeah, well, you can work out with me. And we kind of went from there. But then I think the real transition where I started taking health serious from a internal perspective is when me and my wife started seeing a lot of our family members pass. And our family members was passing from chronic diseases, things that if you had stopped smoking,
right,
you would have helped repair your lungs. If you had stopped eating the pound cakes, then like you would have been here longer.
That's it.
And that was really the turning point for me where I was like, okay, I have to, it's not just about working out anymore. We have to really start looking at people's internal health because we can look good. And I've literally been to fitness shows where on the outside they look amazing, but on the inside they toe up. And shoot, I was at a show where this guy, he was only 21 years old. The next year he passed. And everybody think that just because you look a certain way, you healthy. Nah, that doesn't mean that you healthy. That means you appear to be healthy, but internally you messed up.
Whew. So is it cool to still eat sweets? Like, tell us about that, because I feel like I can't even eat sweets no more.
No, sweets is good. The main thing is just doing things in moderation. Like, I still eat sweets. Like, one of my friends just came back from Jamaica, and I asked for a rum cake. It's a small rum cake, but them cakes are amazing. They are good. But did I tell him to bring me 7 so I could have one each day? Nah. So, I've learned how to make sure I don't let the sweets control me.
Okay, all right.
Sorry,
I need a
man.
tip on that because sweets is my thing. I always tell my nephew like, "Hey, you want to give?" I call it cream now, ice cream. Like, go give me some cream, and he be getting it. Maybe that's the issue. Can I blame him? Can I? Hey, y'all, my nephew here, man. I just need somebody to blame. Can I?
Oh,
But
man.
what's the key to like developing that type of discipline? Because we know sweets, like that's very addictive.
It is. It
Like,
is.
what's a tip for like battling sweets?
I would say you look at it from a perspective of, do I really need this?
Yeah.
Is this really going to benefit me in the long run? I understand. I mean, just being transparent, I get
Yeah.
that sometimes, I mean, life hit and sometimes sweets is the thing that gets us over. But then, like I said before, like not allowing that to control you. So if, say, for instance, 7 days, you know you're going to eat ice cream. You're going to say, next week, I'm only going to eat ice cream 5 days this week. So you start slowly building a habit. I think a lot of times people try to do. Now there are some people that can cut everything off cold turkey, but then for
Right.
some of us who have busy lives, we can't just do that. So we
That's
gonna go
true.
6 days, and then next week we gonna try for 5 days.
That's true.
But I think that's how you really start developing that habit, because then now your body isn't craving it every day. Now it's slowing itself down.
So make sure y'all take that in because I know a lot of y'all like sweets too. Like the thing I appreciate about today is like fitness is way more than physical, and he just said it, right?
Yeah.
If you ain't connecting the mental to the physical, then you're gonna fall back into a lot of those habits. And I would say just for the last like 3 weeks, I'm literally understanding the mental side of the physicalness because I grew up doing sports and I went to my journey of like, man, I'm getting bigger. I'm not as small as I used to be. So then I started getting back in the gym. And then I think like I've been through that cycle, but that mental piece, ooh, that'll keep you in the gym.
Yeah, that's the most challenging part for most people, because some people can easily go work out. It don't
Yeah.
take nothing for them to work out, but it takes everything for them to start developing the right habits of eating.
All right, Travis. So, all right. So we just started, and we know he about to drop some more bombs. But I got a real question for you. Somebody online wanted to know, like, because you've had life addicts for a while, and you've probably seen people come in and out, right? Some people be committed. Some people have, taken heed to the programs that you have. Are you able to tell when people are coming and they ain't gonna be lasting long? They bluffing about.
Oh, yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
tell us about that. Like, what does that look like?
It's a mindset. So like, I'm a very visual person. So even if I don't physically see that you losing weight, I can see based on how your body is shaping. And that's a gift that God has definitely given me, because some people be like, how did you even know? And then I tell them, just take some before and after pictures, and I want you to tell me what you see. And then that's when they start seeing things. But like, yeah, I can tell somebody will be like, make sure I say it right. So I have had some clients who have jumped on my scale. Oh, Travis, I've been eating right the last 7 days. You have? Okay, cool. Let me see your food journal. Well, I did have that extra pasta on that day, and yeah, Travis, I did drink a couple of cups of wine on Wednesday. Oh, yeah. So then they start realizing, yeah, now I can tell that you didn't do what you were supposed to do, because not only do your journal says it, but even if your journal don't say it, when I start asking you questions, like I can tell when you about to lie.
Ooh.
Like it, because they start stuttering or they look away. Be like, just be honest. I messed up this week, Travis, and that's why the scale is
Accountability.
like that. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's very similar to when we do finances and people like we're financially coaching people, right? And we're like, have you saved, the amount that you want to save? Yeah. Let me see your budget.
Yep.
Right. So I think it's really good that you're able to, because I see accountability as support. So you're supporting them, and the quicker they are able to take accountability, the quicker we can adjust and change it. I think that's one thing that we try to tell people. And that's in any form, life, or fashion. Like I've had to learn to be more accountable and be like, yeah, that's me. So that I can get to the next step of like, you're in control of that. That's a you thing. I can't blame Belli, even though like after this, I might get some ice cream and he may go get it. Like that's me. That's not him.
I mean, not today, bro. Tomorrow.
Okay. So again, accountability. I'm not doing it today because now Travis said, but no, seriously, like I definitely appreciate you dropping these realistic gems right now, because like y'all really should take heed to this and don't wait. Like I remember my mind used to be like, what they call like summer body.
Yeah.
So if I didn't work out during the summer, I'm waiting to the next summer to start to think about.
Yep.
Don't wait. Like even in the winter, there are things that you can do. And again, we'll get to some of those tips from Travis, but let's continue to dig into like your personal journey.
Can I add one thing?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So, even about accountability, I think one of the key things that I've learned, even in this industry, is that some people claim they want accountability until you hold them accountable. And then,
Hold on, can you say that again? Can you say that again?
some people claim they want accountability until you hold them accountable.
Okay.
And I've learned just through that process that I tell people up front too that I understand every client is not my client. So I'm not trying to just hold you just because. But if I'm giving you the tools, like one thing I said on my podcast a while ago is if I'm giving you this toolkit and you take it home and you just sit it on the ground, but you never take that tool out, one of the tools to actually tighten something up.
Right.
It's not on me. I'm giving you practical things.
Facts.
But you not using that accountability that I gave you, the tools to make it work, and then now it becomes my problem. No, because I'm going to go point back to, you remember that toolkit right there? You didn't pick up that hammer. That's on you. That's not me.
Now, I know you've had clients come in and blame you. Tell us about those stories. Yeah, at least one. At least one. I know. But, yeah.
I think the
You don't have to be super specific, but yeah, you know.
I think it's just, I'm just going to preface it like this, bro. Because it is just interesting because it goes back to that accountability piece. Because you just went on a cruise, you know cruises have food galore. You don't have to pay for anything.
Facts, yeah.
So if you come back 10 or 15 pounds heavier, you cannot blame me. That's all on you. Because you got excited. Oh, I could eat all day. No, you don't have to eat all day. Or if you do, at least get on that treadmill or walk around the boat. That's it.
Facts.
Just walk around the boat 1 or 2 times a day. That's it. I'm not telling you to work out for 30 minutes or an hour. Just move your body.
They come back like, you the reason. I'm like, I need
nah.
a workout plan to get this down tomorrow.
Right. I need to be down 7 pounds because I'm going here over the weekend. Nah.
Oh
sorry.
my God. They need that. Okay. Yeah. All right. So speaking of accelerated weight loss, like what are your thoughts on like weight loss medications and things like Ozempic?
So, man, oh man.
I know, Travis, you here, only got you for an hour, so you here.
I mean, the problem I have, then this goes back to the accountability, is that people think that Ozempic is just the win all. Yes, you're going to lose weight. Yes, you're going to lose it fast.
Right.
But let's just say you can't have that Ozempic anymore. But you never developed the habits to keep that weight off. Right. Then now you just doubled your weight because your body dropped weight fast.
Right.
Now you don't have this pill or whatever you may be taking. And then now your weight just came back. And then now you're in this big funk because you never developed the right habits. Like some people, I'm going to be honest, some people need help.
Yeah.
But even with that, I feel like when it comes down to the health field and doctors, they should give, especially people who need to lose weight, they should give them like a plan beforehand. Like, this is the habits that I need you to develop before I give you this. Because weight loss, like it is great, but if you're not building the right habits, then it's just gonna be seasonal.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose weight. And then winter come, like you said.
Yeah.
Now we chilling on the couch. We eating more ice cream. And
feel like you talking to me, y'all. You talking to me.
And then now we're bigger.
Yeah.
And then now spring, summer come around. Now you trying to figure out how I'm gonna lose all this weight. Just develop the right habits so then it can be more of a lifestyle instead of seasonal.
Okay, so he gonna keep dropping bombs, right? Another connection. The mental health aspect of like, it can be very depressing to like try to lose, or rather you lose fast and then you gain it back and then you're going back and forth. Because like for me, again, I don't know if it was a depressive state, but I was like frustrated with myself. Like, dude, you can't even get to where you say you want to be, and I don't think you want to be 125. Yeah. I was like, I just want to lose about 10 pounds and I'll lose like 3 or 4 and then I'll gain. I'm like, what is happening? right? But then I also started to learn there are other, components to weight loss and
Yeah,
stuff. So
for sure.
I've been very thankful to start to really embrace the fitness journey. And it's only ironic to have you here like 3 weeks after I've like Dondre, listen, stop. Like even as an entrepreneur, right? I was like, I definitely have to keep my body right because then my mind's right. I'm able to be as productive as I can for as long as I can. Like even that has been crazy. Talk to us a little bit about like entrepreneurship and fitness and how important that is for you.
Oh, it's very important, man, because our bodies can do whatever it want to do on its own. So when I say that internally, if we're not giving our bodies the nutrients and moving enough, it will shut down. And then when your body shut down and you have to be in that bed, you can't do nothing.
That's true.
And I think,
That's true.
especially as entrepreneurs, like if we're not making, say we can take off a month. If
Right.
we're not making that amount of money, every minute that we are laid up because we're sick, that's money lost. And I think a lot of people don't realize just like because our bodies internally is moving and doing its own thing, don't realize how much you actually need to feed that the right stuff. And the minute you continue to start feeding it the wrong stuff, it will start shutting you down, or you have a brain fog, or like I had. Oh, this is yeah. I had a client who told me that she was wondering why she was always bloated, and I will ask. This is a real question I ask some of my clients: is when's the last time you had a bowel movement?
Yeah.
She, it was about 8 or 9 days. That is not a good thing.
Gee,
That is not a good thing. And taking a detox tea just to get it out, that's not a good thing. That means that what you're putting in your body is holding holding on. And I tell you, I had her do a what was it, a 48-hour little detox. And it just came right out. Travis, I feel so much
Change your life.
better. I had her do it on the weekend because,
That's good. Yeah.
but I just changing that helped
Yeah.
her have more fruits and vegetables in her system. It was more just smoothie based, but it helped cleanse her intestines out. A lot of times people develop like intestinal plaque and all that kind of stuff. So you need that green vegetables to help scrape that out. So then you're not holding on to stuff.
Okay. Travis was prepared today, y'all. Everything you hitting on, like, and again, I appreciate it because I'm like, dang, that's me. Because in many cases, we want the social media version of just all these things, like these quick.
Yeah.
So even when you talk about weight loss and how it needs to be a lifestyle, we get so accustomed to the quick fix.
Yeah.
Oh, I need the tea to get the bowel moving. But if you start drinking and eating the right stuff, it's all natural.
Yeah.
I think that's the other thing that's becoming even more real. When you used to go to doctors and they say like get this many servings of vegetables and all that stuff. Like, is that stuff still true? We need a certain amount of servings and all that.
Yes, it is true. The one thing I try to just get people to do is when you look at your plate, make it colorful. So then it doesn't just look like a whole 75% of your plate is all protein.
Fact.
Like, no, add in more veggies in that
Yeah.
because our bodies need that. And I just say,
What about like cupcakes with the green frosting? Can it? I'll start like one of your clients out of one.
hey, as long as it's a little cupcake, the little baby.
Oh, the little tiny little minis.
Yeah, the little minis. Go ahead.
About seven?
Just one.
No.
Just one. And you savor that moment. Take little bites.
I love it. That's real. But yeah, get my back. Keep going.
No, but that's all. That's all. Just make sure your plate is colorful. Make sure you're try to stay away from all the sugary drinks. Because the unfortunate thing about living here in America is we are starting to put more things that is actually harmful to our bodies in these drinks. And if you start reading some of the ingredients, they're changing words. Because they know people ain't gonna research it. Like you got
Facts.
words zipper feminine. That's a made up word, y'all. Don't go.
I was about to say,
But
what is that?
that's how some of the. If you look at the ingredients, you be like, "How do you
What is
pronounce
this
that
thing?
word?" But they're adding so much to it because they want us to be addicted to certain things. Because then now you're gonna buy more of it. But
Right.
there's a lot of things that's out there that's real cancerous to our body. And I think for me and my wife, like we really started researching that kind of stuff because we've had family members die from cancer. One of my best friends' mom died from cancer, and we even with her, I remember they gave her 3 months to live. She changed her diet, and she had 9 years. And all she did was went more plant based and pescatarian.
Right.
So even seeing that helped me understand that if you change the way you're eating, it can change what's happening internally.
Change the way you're eating, change the way you're living.
Yeah.
You know. So you shared with our boys in the We Matter Now conference something about, I think it was like the chips they were eating or something. It was something dope. Yeah, can you kind of share? Yeah, share that
Yeah,
with
those
us.
Takis. That's what it was.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because a lot of us as parents, again, like as a parent, we go to the grocery store and we're getting what our kids like, right? We're
Yeah.
not even paying attention to the impact. But when you said that, I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, kids, y'all ain't gonna have it. If y'all gonna get Takis, y'all not getting them in here.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, tell us about that.
So when Takis first stepped up on the scene, they put it in black and brown communities. Um, the amount of sodium in it is almost you just pouring a half a thing of salt in a cup and just drinking it. Because a lot of times parents give them that full bag, and then now parents are giving them the family size bag,
Facts. Yeah.
and a whole smaller bag is between I want to say 1,200. Don't quote me. I think it's between 12 to 1,400 milligrams of sodium in it. So
Right.
then, if you're looking at the family size that these kids is walking around school with, just imagine how much of that they're eating, and it's like maybe shoot 6 or 8 servings in that bag, and all we're doing is just pretty much having all this sodium and salt in our body.
Right.
And yeah, it really bothered me when I did that research because then it was like the black and brown community helped push that, and then now it's in other stores.
Okay. So if you have young, not even have young ones, like just, I'm always about being the last generation to start from scratch, right? Which means we have to be more attentive to not just our generation, but the one coming.
Yeah.
Like some of these things are important. I've been seeing on like YouTube and all these TikTok, like creative ways to get similar taste from
Yeah.
snacks
Oh yeah.
without the impact. Can you tell us like some of those things to,
Yeah. So
you know,
actually,
yeah.
Trader Joe's, because my daughter, one time somebody gave her some at school. She wanted Takis, but Trader Joe's have a version that's a lot healthier, and
Right,
every
right.
ingredient that's on the bag, you know exactly where it came from. So like
That's real.
going to other stores like a Trader Joe's, like a Whole Foods, a Fresh Time, like they actually have healthier options where the kids, if you was to take a Taki bag, but take this healthier version, put it in there, I guarantee you your kids wouldn't know the difference. Only time they really know the difference is based
It's
on
that
what they
brand.
actually see.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's connect it to, stores and costs and stuff. Is it a myth or is this true that being healthier is more expensive?
Yes and no. So like I'm big on going healthier meats and stuff. Because like this mass produced steroid out chickens and stuff like that. Now when you want healthier there, yes, that is more expensive. Like I get a lot of my meats from Whole Foods.
Okay.
But when my budget allows, I want to go back to butcher meat.
He said his budget.
Yeah.
My bad. You got trigger words for me. That was good. He said my budget.
Yeah, when my budget allows, like I want to get back to butcher meat. Butchered meat tastes totally different than any store bought meat, and even the eggs, game changer. But my budget shifted, so I can't
Yeah.
afford it like that
That's
anymore.
real. Yeah.
But there is, like I know people like to snack. There is a lot of healthier snacks out there that is it may be like 50 cents to $1 more. But I mean, when you look at what it's gonna do for your health in the long run, it's like, do I pay this extra money or do I pay the doctor this extra money?
That's the key because my motto is like, you pay now or you pay later, you're going to pay.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
And it sounds like what you're telling people is like, you don't have to be the healthiest, be healthier.
Yeah.
Because that's just going to change your whole dynamic. Speaking of changing dynamics, you have your camera business that you just talked about, and you just killed the game at demo day. Tell us, yeah, I know I've been watching. I was secretly like, yes. Tell
Yeah.
us about that experience.
Man, this has been 4 years I've done the 100. First 2 years I did it for my fitness business, but the fitness business is shifting. The whole fitness industry itself is shifting. Specifically here in Michigan, I can't really talk about everywhere else.
Okay.
So then I started my videography business 5 years ago. Last year when I did demo day, even when I was pitching my idea and I was watching other videographers walk around, I realized I didn't completely set myself away from who they are.
Okay.
So it was like we're doing the same thing, but I'm not making myself different.
Right.
So then even last year, even before demo day was over, I was like, I'm gonna niche it down to podcasting. And the way my podcast studio is set up is instead of so say for instance you want to come to our podcast studio, but you wanted a look like this, I will make sure the look that you're looking for is represented in the podcast instead of it just being one style and that's it. You might can
Right.
bring a flower or a book, but
Right,
other than
right.
that, it is what it is. So
Right.
that was what I pitched, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I pitched it, and I felt good about myself. But I think because I've done it so long, I was kind of numb to when they call out the 10. So
Oh.
if you saw my video, like I was so hyped for Jerry with the barber school,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm in for him, and I was already in the process of about to turn around and go tear down my space.
Right.
And even in the video, as I'm listening, I really wasn't paying attention until I heard my name. And then I was like, oh,
Like, hold
wait,
on,
that's
what?
y'all was talking about me. Like it was
It's
like
outside.
it was like that type of moment. It was just
dope.
surreal. But this year, I say, I did feel the most confident.
Okay.
I did know my numbers good. Like I had proven facts.
Right.
And
right,
I think that between that and then separating myself from what's out there
Yeah.
really helped push me to winning the 20.
Well, yeah. Congratulations. He pitched it was a camera or a podcast.
The podcast suite.
Podcast. Oh, podcast suite. Yeah. Tell us. Yeah. Do your look, not your whole pitch, but yeah. Tell us. Yeah. Go ahead.
So with podcast suites, we will be doing like full functioning production. So just like what you guys are seeing right now, I do the same thing, but then like I was saying earlier, I can have interchangeable backdrops specifically for that person. And then say you don't have the budget to do this full thing, we do audio only, and you can set up your cell phone and stuff like that. And then so you still can get your word out like you need to
Right.
on budget.
He just said it again. You did your research when you came here. But no, that's super dope. It's also dope that you said you had done attended demo day multiple times, right? It shows like the fact that it can hurt sometimes to be like, no, you didn't win, etc. But people don't understand the process of like keep going, consistency. I tell people all the time, like the generations before us, at some point they had their time and we're always up next.
Yeah.
So the more we're working on our crafts, the more we're learning from our mistakes, becoming accountable, like we will rise to the top, but we have to be willing to do that work. And it sounds like you're doing more than that work. Like
And I will even say just about demo day, because like you said, some people was hurt the other years. I changed my mindset. So one thing I've told a lot of people even this year, you already won even if you didn't win a 20. So
That's
people
real.
know that I've been saying this. Granted, this year I won the 20 finally.
Right.
But the other years I say, when is the last time for 100 seconds you won $1,000 or you made $1,000? And I tell them
100
like
seconds,
you have to understand that. So outside of that, on demo day, it's allowing you to learn how to pitch, how to actually articulate what it is your business is all about. Like so it's giving you practice. So continue to practice. If you continue to make just the 100, that's major, because 200 to 300 other people didn't even make it that far. So I had to, like I said, try to help people. It's a mind thing. Don't just look at, man, I ain't winning at 20. Nah, bro, you just won 1,000 for 100 seconds.
Facts.
Show me your bank statements that say you won, you made $1,000 for 100 seconds. You tell me that.
Woo! Hey, so if you're in Grand Rapids, is it only for Grand Rapids residents or is it?
I want to say it's the surrounding areas too.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
So check out Demo Day.
No, I am right because there was a couple of people from Muskegon that was here, a
Okay.
couple of people from Battle Creek. So yeah,
Also, okay, so yeah, if you are local, regional, etc., and you're interested in Demo Day, I would say Google it,
Yeah.
and learn more about it because one thing I can say about Grand Rapids and maybe other cities, there are multiple opportunities to pitch for funding for your
Yeah.
business, and like Travis said, like being able to practice, learn, etc., but earn $1,000 in 100 seconds, like that's dope. Most jobs that we aspire to jump into, side hustles, etc., they ain't doing that. Turn on your Uber app right now and go drive around. You're not getting that in no
Right.
60, 100 seconds. So it's even dope to also see a winner here to say like, look, I didn't win the first time out. I didn't stop.
Yeah.
Like me and my family, we kept pushing. So you're a story in so many different ways. And again, jumping in story mode, like your father, talking about fatherhood.
fatherhood was cool, and I'm not trying to ever say it wasn't. I think there was things that I had to learn. At the time, even before my father became a pastor, he was working at GM.
Yeah.
And a lot of my track meets, basketball games, football games, I didn't see him as much.
Right.
My mom was always there. My grandmother was always there. And then in high school, high school, you thrive in more. Like
Right.
I did want that more one-on-one because my father used to play football for Saginaw High. So I really wanted more of that one-on-one. But then during my high school year, he was a pastor. So a lot of times in that moment, church things came before it, and that was a little hard for me. And I think I wanted more interaction because now being a father, it's made me really want to make sure I'm taking time out for my daughter. And not always looking like I'm just always too busy or always tired.
Right.
And not just like for her, not just letting Christmas time being the biggest time that we do a vacation. So I had to like being off on my own. I had to like study a lot of things about like what does manhood, what does fatherhood, what does being a husband, what does that really look like?
Yeah.
Because my father did what he could do with what he learned. And I had to tell myself that I have to learn beyond what I saw. Because I just didn't want to be stuck in that, man. I'm trying not to get emotional, but it's that serious for me now. Having I mean, I only had one kid, but it really made me look at a lot differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that because again, like I think what you just did, and hopefully people are listening, like you allow people to relieve themselves of the excuse of like past parenting.
Yeah.
Because I remember I grew up in the foster care system, and once I aged out, I was kind of like conflicted. Like, how much do I blame my parents for not saving or supporting me, right? And then I kind of felt like I was waiting for something that may never come. Acknowledgement, reasoning, and all those other things where I think it's kind of what you said, like sometimes it's not about the choices that people always make, it's the choices they were given.
Yeah.
So as parents, it's like within that generation, they did what they had to do. Just like we're doing what we have to do.
Yeah.
And at some point, our kids may be like, maybe you was around too much. Like who,
Right.
like who knows? But
Yeah.
but at the same time, like feeling that, I remember when homecoming came around, I'm like, where is my mom and parents gonna be? Or I was in college and I was reaching these achievements and I want to share that with family members. Or I just wanted to know, like, I wanted to have real conversations about my parents' past.
Yeah.
Like to really dig into, who am I? So that's, I mean, those can be very, sensitive and touchy topics. But
Yeah.
I think what we're doing in this generation, especially, us fathers, is we're using those as platforms to lift up our parenting.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the other dope thing about fitness, entrepreneurship, and all those other things. Like, I feel like the parents before had to choose things. For us, it's like we're going to try to integrate a lot of it so that we can enjoy all aspects of life.
Yeah.
So
sure.
you see my kids, they be everywhere. No, for real. I'm like, look, y'all coming to these workshops with me. I'm going to y'all's games. Like, we're all sharing those experiences together. We budget together. We family plan. We do a lot together. That's why, again, they might grow up like that too much. You're around too much. And if they do, this is why I'm recording this. I don't care. Be mad at me. I love y'all to death. But then also, like, seeing your daughter at the camps and stuff, I'm like, it's very clear that your footprint is in, like, helping her develop, helping her navigate. Extremely excited, happy, engaged in this. I'm like, look, okay, Travis running around. So I think that's dope about fatherhood because, in the past, fathers never really got their acknowledgement
Right.
in fatherhood. There was like, you the breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, I'm the protector. I'm emotional, right?
Yeah.
I can help with emotional. I can help in so many aspects. So shout out to you.
Appreciate it, bro.
That's
Appreciate
my guy,
it.
Travis. Hey,
Appreciate it, man.
I don't want him to get off this podcast because I finally got it, But to shift the topic a little bit and start to talk about, I would say more of the softer things. Like, what do you do to, like, I guess, like, not necessarily for fun, but your entrepreneur, your family, your all these things. Like, what is your outlet? Is working out your outlet? What's your...
Now, man, I got me a motorcycle. That's my
Oh
outlet.
my God. Okay.
That's what it is.
Look, my nephew excited. He about to talk to you.
Listen, I love it.
Tell us about that.
So I've always wanted a motorcycle, but once I got married, all my money for my motorcycle went there. Once I got married, then I would tell my wife, but she ain't really want me to have it.
Facts.
So finally, after 16 years, I finally got my motorcycle, and
Because it was in your budget.
it was in my budget. Yes. I mean, thank God for videography because it was
That's
easy.
real.
Just dish that money right out.
That's real.
But yeah, man, like I was just on the bike yesterday and just that cool breeze. I realized what bikers be like. This is the season you really want to ride in because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just right that nice temperature. And bro, I don't try to do like 28th Street. Forget about that. I'll do all the outside streets because I just want to ride. I want my music on and I just want to go, man. That's been my outlet right
Do the
there.
bugs be hitting you and stuff?
Oh, heck, I'll have a helmet. I ain't one of those cats that I'm about to have my no helmet because them bugs
That's what I was
will
wondering.
wake you up. I tell you. I tell
The
you.
bugs will wake you up.
Listen. I look at my helmet after, especially like when I do like the night rides, and just even hear all you hear is tink 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 beep, like dang.
Hey, that's scary, but that's super dope.
Yeah.
Now, do you is in addition to your motorcycle, are there other things that you get into?
Honestly, videography is one of those things for me. Like I know it's a business for me now, but I've been doing it since 2000 and what was that? 2009, 2008 when I started going to Revolution. And so it's always been a part of me and I get like it's the creativity that I can do with it. It always brings me an excitement. Like I was literally just looking at some of the things I've created over the past year. And just to see my progression, to see from those some good shots, but the camera was too dark. Until like looking.
Hey, hold on. So I'm glad he said that because one thing, like I'm the type of person, like if somebody comes with some advice or something, I'm not gonna shoot it down, especially if it's gonna make me better. So Travis come in here, he like, hey, I really like this setup. Like, oh, he got me all excited because, I put this together, me and my boy Will, and, I thought I was, he's like, but I got a little advice for you. I said, oh, okay, well, I'm open. He said, your camera a little tilt. I'm like, I'm so happy you said that because when I've been shooting, it's been like that. But I'm like, yeah. But, Travis walking here and he got the podcast. I got to listen now, right? So then I straighten that up. He's like, oh, yeah, this is really good. got one more tip for you. I'm like, okay, Travis, so you about to hook me up. He said your lighting, right? And I think that's the dope thing. Like people love what they do so much. Like it comes out in ways that as individuals, we have to just learn to respect it. If that's your strength, get my podcast room together, right? Because you're coming from a place of helping. People always think, oh, you coming from a place of hating, especially our community, right?
Yeah.
We get abrasive. We don't Travis is coming. Don't tell me how to do. No. We have to shift those mindsets because that's the only way we gonna not just progress but become better.
Yeah. For
Like
sure.
this stuff is supposed to go national. I don't want y'all my comments like look at his camera is tilted. And then I look at Travis blaming him. It ain't even his fault. Well, you had the podcast. Why don't you tell me how to get? You got the camera business. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that that I embrace and I love when we have people come in and just pour into what we do. We had Cam in here. Yeah, Cam, you was in here. You get my lighting right. But at the same time, this has been really dope. Let's shift really quickly back to.
Can I add one more
Let's
little
see. Here we
quick
go.
thing? I think just to add, like one thing that I always try to do, which you heard me actually say, is I ask the question first instead of me just being like, "Hey, bro, yeah, before we start, let's fix this camera because it's tilted."
Facts.
Like I said, can I give you a suggestion? And I think if we, especially as Black and brown people, like if we learn how to do that too, then that allows the other person to be like, yeah, or no. And if they say no, okay, cool, I got
That
it.
is true. He ain't coming here like, oh, this is ugly. I'd be like, all right, Travis, we can record this, but you gotta get out. No, I'll play it. But again, I love how that's just how you think. You want people to be better.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? You talk about even the fitness journey. You don't have to help us get our bodies right. Like you can just be the person walking around looking all nice and stuff for the summer.
Yeah.
But it comes out in who you are, and it's dope to, as we are individuals, position ourselves to just be us.
Right.
That's the dopest thing. Like when I see Travis is Travis all day long, right? We all desire to be in positions where we can just be ourselves. So again, hopefully you're looking at this as motivation, inspiration of like we have people in our communities that are doing the things that they want to do. Yes, there's trial. Yes, there's tribulation. Like, yes, there are all these things, but that's everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
In order to get your body right, you have to work at it. In order to get your business right, you have to work at it. In order to get your mind, everything requires work. But are you gonna work now? Or are you gonna work later? Because you're gonna work. Okay. Yeah. And speaking of working, we had somebody want me to ask this question for you. They are struggling to work out. Like they'll talk about like, hey, I want to run. Hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z, but they don't do it. What advice would you give them to like get them started?
Start slow. Give yourself 5 minutes a day or every other day I'm just going to walk. I'm going to walk to the corner and I'm going to walk back. And I just did that today. And then through time, add 1 minute or add 5 minutes, just whatever is attainable for you that you know you can, I can do 5 minutes. So just do 5 minutes. Because I think what happens is people, and especially even the influencers out there, they'd be like, gotta work out for 30 minutes a day. Gotta work out for an hour. Okay, but if I don't work out at all, how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna do it for one day and be like, nah, this couch feel better. So just do something that's more attainable. And then once you master that, then you add to it. Maybe you walk around do some bicep curls. Like, just take it slow.
You gotta shift your mind. We want it so fast.
Yeah.
Take your time. Yeah. Okay. Slow down. Is there like motivational like music, podcasts, and things that you listen to?
I have a lot, bro. Jason Williams is definitely one of my main mans.
Yes.
Man,
I got his book somewhere.
What's the name of it?
The
new one?
Nah, it's the Matrix, the box, Fatherhood something. No, not the
Father.
new one.
Oh yeah, I listened to that one. Shoot.
No, he about to pull it.
Yeah, I got to because this.
Shout out to Jason Wilson.
Definitely, because this audio book was like fire.
Does he still do the karate or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the thing that caught me, this was a couple years ago. He used to have these videos of him like doing karate, and the kids are crying and the dads are crying. I'm like, what is he doing? But his message behind like manhood and emotions and mental health has been amazing for individuals like myself. But you about to tell us about this book.
The book is called "The Man the Moment Demands," and that book It came out this year. It's phenomenal. Like I had to go each chapter a chapter a week because there's so much in it
Yeah.
that you have to really internalize what he's talking about. And he goes through everything from manhood to husbandhood to husbandhood. Is that a word?
You just it
That's
is
what it's a
now.
word today, husbandhood.
Yeah.
And then all the way to like mentorship. So it's dope. So if y'all, I don't even know you, Jason. We gonna meet one day. We gonna meet because I know you gonna break me down. But and he was just
You gonna break me down.
he was just on
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
He broke him down.
Man,
Broke me down. I said he talking to
bro,
me. He better leave me alone.
Listen, he real. He real.
And he be soft toned.
Yes, right.
So Cam, what you
Right.
need to do is you got to get out the man box. Like I want to get out the man box.
Right.
So like Travis said, you got to come to Grand Rapids, Jason. We gonna at you. We gonna tag you. We gonna hashtag you because what you have and what you've been building is things that we need. Now, of course, you know there are other male influencers, the Kevin Samuels and all that stuff. They're no longer here. I think. Like we need different content as men,
For sure.
right? We recognize that those things can be true. We talk about those that like put that to the side. But to develop as a man, you mentioned husbandhood, right? Like as men, we're not just created to be fathers, right? We're created to change the world, and that takes us changing. So Jason, come and help us change.
Yeah.
And even if you don't come, we still gonna change because we've been working on ourselves.
Right.
You know, hey,
Right.
it's by
We
God.
out here.
So because we are running short on time, and I will say this has been one of my most fruitful podcasts, and I'm being like 100% on that because the gems that you have dropped have been beyond relevant for where I am in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yes, I'm so happy you're here. Now, I'm dancing. We'll talk more about this, but I'm so happy that you came on and did what you need to do. So it's time for me to do what I need to do, which is our Let's Talk Money cards. We created these cards so that we can help normalize just having financial conversations in the family. So, for example, you just pull one of these cards and ask a question. I encourage people to talk with their family members about it. I don't care how young somebody is or how old somebody is, because you never know what can happen in these conversations. And we don't just talk about real things anymore as family members. Everything is always related to like reality TV and drama. Like, let's talk money.
Or surface level stuff.
Yeah, that surface level stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Travis pull one of these cards. I'll read it and then he'll answer it. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, he got two. Well, yeah, which one you want me to? All righty. All right. What side hustles have you tried or are interested in trying?
Man, I've done so many side hustles. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. So I'm gonna be honest with you. So here we go. Y'all ready? So I have done. I worked on cars. I've done flyers. I have cut hair. I have. Well, I do video now. And I've done T-shirts. We have sold topical products. So getting the good products on our bodies instead of the harmful stuff. I know I'm missing some more, but let's just stop there.
What about Uber? You done like Uber?
I haven't done that. I don't want everybody in my car.
No, that's real.
I'm good.
I needed people in my car. I was trying to make some money. That was a couple. It was a couple years. I don't do it no more. But I never forget when I was doing it. I was like, I want this to end. Mm-hmm. Like there was a lot of people in my car. I remember somebody threw. Anyway, I know. I know. I'm so happy to be out of that world and adopt other side hustles. Yeah. So
but for the people that do that, I mean, more power to you.
Yeah, 'cause I made a lot of money, especially in Grand Rapids, doing that.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
It helped me pay for the organization. Like, great story behind it, but yeah, y'all better stop throwing on people's cars. So,
hey, or just be clean when you get in their car.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've heard some stories just straight musty.
I was literally about to say body odor.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I didn't. Where you trying to go? Oh, I'm going down. Nah, you about to go right here.
You about to go right to Planet Fitness.
I'm running out of gas. I'm running out of gas. You got to get out. But no, it's been very real. To end, I give individuals an opportunity to just ask me any question. And so far, I think I've answered all of them. If I don't want to answer, Travis, I'm like, look, you better stop asking me a question. But is there like one question you want to ask me?
Yeah, I would say when it comes down to, I have two different businesses. What would be the best way to from a financial piece to really start looking at my finances from a newer perspective.
I always say this: we typically use our business to pay for our personal, right? So I always tell people, master your personal, right? Become more comfortable with your personal finances so that you can better help influence your business finances. I remember I was doing Spring GR and I asked him a question. I was like, hey, can I give you some feedback? He was like, yeah. I was like, when we're talking about business development, we don't talk too much about personal finance. Because again, you do great in your camera business, but you still got bills to pay.
Yeah.
Right. So how do we also create revenue streams that can pay for those bills so that we can start to invest, like allow our business to make more money faster? I think that's a newer wave. One thing that I've been learning a little bit more about is how to leverage credit differently. Because when I first started getting into finances, I was all on this debt-free kick.
Yeah.
Right. But as I've learned and been around mentors who have businesses, they leverage credit and lines of credit differently, where I'm like, wow, right? This whole concept of being able to either borrow from yourself or utilize other people's money has been the next step to my business, where I have lines of credit now. Do I use them all the time? No. But are they great to have?
Yeah.
Amazing to have. So those are some pieces. But then again, I think the biggest piece is positioning your funds to make money. Right? So start investing in endowments, start investing in other businesses. Set aside a pot of your business where you can just start to make that money and have that passive income. The thing that I've learned now is like, no matter what business I create, there has to be an arm of passive income.
Yeah.
Has to be an arm.
That's
So
good.
I'm working on a book right now because I'm like, I need another passive. I started a book, wrote it probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And for me, I always struggle with like when to end books. But I was like, I just got to get it out.
Right.
I'm still getting paid from that book from Amazon to this day.
That's
Do I
what's
think
up.
it was my best book? No, but people actually buy them like they still. But for me, I just didn't know. But it's passive income. Is it a lot? No. Do I need to, feed that beast more? Yes. But our businesses need those passive streams because we only have so much time.
Yep.
We only have so much time. Shout out to Randy Otterbridge.
Oh yeah.
Because he really pushes that narrative. Like, how is your business making money?
Yep.
That's the next stage of our businesses. There are many people who are influencer streamers. They're creating classes. They're creating ebooks. They're creating ways to just they're starting, what are those called? Those Discords and all those things. Those are things that we really need to launch into. That was a good, hey, Travis, I think Travis studied before he came here because he came prepared. Some of y'all be coming. No, I'm playing. Let me stop. I'm just excited today. But anyway, I want to conclude what I would say was a great podcast episode. We will be launching this soon. We'll have little shorts and clips. It's been a pleasure having my guy on, Travis.
Appreciate it, bro.
Please give him a round of applause. And then in the comment section, like, let us know how y'all feel about these things, and then connect to his businesses, plural. I'll make sure to add his information at the bottom in the comment section all around. Connect with him and then let us know the impact. But until we see you again, thank y'all for coming to the Count the Cost podcast. And then I'm not as hot anymore because I was hot when I first came in, so I feel a lot better. But yeah, peace, y'all.